brought down to the field. The Sooners ready to get this thing started and open the season. Fielded in the end zone, it's Humphries. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. Brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Using his legs, it's Frazier. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Back to the ground with the running back. Gets it past the mark. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Turning it on! 30, at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Leaves it with the running back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought on in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. On the ground, it's Ott. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
I mean, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Sategna. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They'll give it to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He'll try to take it back.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing number 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On the run, it's Frazier. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Georgia going up tempo. They'll run it. It's Frazier. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Snagged out of the air. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Caught behind the line. It's Ott. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mateer. Quick strike complete. Smashes ahead. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They go right back to him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Running back searching for a hole. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Flying out to the left. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia.
And how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tatum. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Handoff from the gun. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pocket breaking down. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Frazier. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Tatum. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll try the run. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On the run, it's Ott. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
Breaks into the open. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
This will likely be the last play of the half. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the 2nd half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the 1st half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
One of the things that makes this defense so hard to move the football against is their defensive line. That time, 4 guys on the field, and they're able to win. You saw that guy penetrate, get through the line of scrimmage, gets the TFL. Big reason why they're winning today is the play of these guys up front.
They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Sooners will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Catch in the middle, it's Bell. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab, it's Bell. Turns it on in midfield. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. He breaks a tackle. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Got his man out of the backfield. They They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Rolling right and going deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. At the 45 on his way. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, what great discipline by this defense. They didn't sit on routes short. They take a shot down the field on 3rd and short. Questionable shot probably. Nice job being disciplined and getting the interception.
Yeah, and just because you have the shot play called on 3rd down like that as a quarterback, that doesn't give you the freedom to just throw it down there if he's not open. I think that time he forced it into traffic, and that's why it got picked off.
Guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Hard running there. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Just what they hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a first at the 32.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw at Stockton. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Dogs haven't just been hungry, they've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached, they listen, they play so hard, they don't give you a thing.
Finds his man, it's Barnes. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
The give to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Let's go. They'll run play action. Under fire. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Georgia lining up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line.